What's up, Culture Vultures? It's your boy Zach here, and today I'm gonna be talking about Quentin Tarantino's Cinema Speculation. It's a film book that he wrote back in 2022, and he writes essays about a variety of different movies, and also it's a sort of biographical story about him growing up in Los Angeles and his parents letting him see certain movies when he was a young boy, and how, who and how and why he was influenced and became the great filmmaker that he became. And I had the privilege of listening to the Audible book, and I gotta say, it was really great, very insightful, very informative, taught me a lot of things that I didn't know. And also, too, I ended up watching all of the movies that he wrote essays on. So he talks about the following movies in his book: Bullet, Dirty Harry, Deliverance. Excuse me, let me start over. Bullet, directed by Peter Yates. Dirty Harry, directed by Don Siegel. Deliverance, directed by John Borman. The Getaway, directed by Sam Peckinpah. The Outfit, directed by John Flynn. Sisters, directed by Brian De Palma. Daisy Miller, directed by Peter Bogdanovich. Taxi Driver, directed by Martin Scorsese. Rolling Thunder, directed by John Flynn. Paradise Alley, directed by Sylvester Stallone. Escape from Alcatraz, directed by Don Siegel. Hardcore, directed by Paul Schrader. And The Funhouse, directed by Tobe Hooper. And I watched all of them, and I gotta say, in no particular order, I loved The Getaway. It's this movie starring Steve McQueen, where him and also Ali McGraw, where him and his girl, Steve McQueen, he's like a famed bank robber. He gets out of prison, and him and his girl, they ended up going on a bank heist, and things ended up going awry, and he ends up getting away. And there's a guy, he played Al Lettieri. He actually played Sollozzo in The Godfather. He ends up, trying to double cross Steve McQueen, and Steve McQueen shoots him, and he thinks that he's dead, but he's not. And then him and his girl, they go to give the money to the big boss guy that set it up. I think he was like the warden or something like that. It was on like the parole board. His girl had sex with the guy so he could get out of prison, and then he ends up going to deliver the money to him. And his girlfriend was actually supposed to kill him and double cross him, but she doesn't do it. She kills the guy that Steve McQueen is giving the money to, and then they ended up going on the run from the law and all the other criminals that's hunting them down, leading to this absolutely dope shootout at a hotel at the end, where he kills a bunch of people, his girl kills a bunch of people. It's one of the best stage shootouts that I've ever seen. So I really love that movie.